When someone says omega-3, most people picture the ocean, a salmon fillet on a white plate, a tuna steak sizzling in a pan. Doctors saying, eat more fish, it's good for your heart. For years, that's been the story. If you want omega-3s, you go to the sea. End of discussion. But what if that story is incomplete? What if some of the biggest omega-3 powerhouses are not swimming in the water at all, but sitting quietly in your kitchen, on your shelf, in tiny seeds, crunchy nuts, green pods, and even sheets of seaweed? No fins, no scales, just silent strength in every bite. Tonight, I want you to imagine a different kind of ocean. Not of waves and boats, but of tiny nutrients flowing through your body, protecting your heart, calming inflammation, feeding your brain. This is the real ocean omega-3s swim in, your bloodstream, your cells, your mind. And the foods that feed that ocean might surprise you. We've heard eat fish twice a week so often, it feels like a rule carved in stone. But here's the twist. Several plant-based foods don't just rival fish in omega-3. They actually beat many fish servings by a wide margin. Spoon for spoon, ounce for ounce, they quietly win. Without anyone clapping for them, without marketing, without hype. Omega-3 is not a buzzword, it's a lifeline. These fats help keep your cell membranes flexible, your arteries more forgiving, your brain cells talking clearly. They support mood, memory, heart health, and even the way your body handles inflammation and pain. And your body can't make enough of them on its own. You need to bring them in, on your plate, one choice at a time. So let's walk into that world together. 4 foods, 4 unsung heroes. 4 ways to nourish your body that don't depend on living near the coast or buying fresh fish every week. Just everyday ingredients, hiding in plain sight, waiting to change the way your cells feel from the inside out. Close your eyes for a moment and picture your usual day. Breakfast, maybe rushed. A snack grabbed on the go. Lunch at your desk. Dinner when you're tired. Omega-3s aren't the first thing on your mind. You're just trying to get through. But what if, with almost no effort, you could slide powerful omega-3 sources into that routine, quietly raising the level of protection in your body? Let's start with something so small you could miss it completely. Chia seeds. Tiny black and white dots that look almost insignificant, until you know what they carry. In just a single ounce, chia seeds pack around 5 grams of omega-3s, more than many fish portions people eat in a meal. 1 spoon, and your body feels the difference, whether you notice it or not. Chia is like a nutrient universe in miniature, rich in plant-based omega-3s, fiber, protein, minerals. It's not just good for you, it's hyper-efficient nutrition. Unlike flax seeds, chia doesn't even need to be ground. You can simply sprinkle, stir, soak, and your body gets to work, pulling out the goodness. Picture a quiet morning with a bowl of oatmeal in front of you, steam rising, a little sweetness, maybe a few berries on top. Now imagine taking a small spoonful of chia seeds and letting them rain over the surface. They soften, swell, and become these tiny gel-like pearls, mixed into every bite. You didn't overhaul your diet, you just changed the story of that breakfast. Or think of a simple glass of plant milk at night, stirred with chia and a touch of honey sitting in the fridge. By morning, it's transformed into a soft pudding, comforting, filling, and deeply nourishing. That's not a supplement, that's not a complicated recipe. That's just you using 1 small spoon to send your body a big message. I've got you. Beyond the numbers, chia's fiber helps keep your digestion steady, your blood sugar more stable, your energy less up and down. And those omega-3s, they slip into your cells, into the membranes around your neurons, into the lining of your blood vessels, doing quiet repair work you can't see. No fireworks, just steady maintenance. Now shift your attention to something that looks like a brain when you crack it open. The walnut. Nature has a sense of humor, because one of the best foods for your brain literally resembles it. Inside that simple shell lies one of the richest nut sources of omega-3s, dense with healthy fats, fiber, vitamin E, minerals, and powerful plant compounds. Hold a walnut in your hand for a second in your imagination. Feel its shape, its texture. This isn't just a snack, it's a tiny package of protection. Eat an ounce, a small handful, and you've just given your brain and heart a meaningful dose of ALA, the plant-based omega-3 your body can partially convert into the same kind of fats found in fish. Walnuts don't need special preparation. You don't have to grind them, soak them, or carefully measure them into capsules. You can toss them on your yogurt, stir them into oatmeal, sprinkle them onto a salad, or simply grab a few straight from the bag between meetings. No ceremony, just simple, repeatable nourishment. The magic isn't only in the omega-3s. Walnuts are loaded with polyphenols, plant chemicals with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory power. Together with omega-3s, they help your cells resist damage, support brain health, and may protect against long-term issues like heart disease and certain cancers. That's a lot of support for something you can carry in your pocket. Imagine a late-night moment when you might normally reach for chips or a sugary treat. This time, you choose a small bowl of walnuts instead. Crunchy, satisfying, real. You're not counting calories, you're counting quality. And every crunch is a quiet act of future-proofing, feeding your brain, feeding your heart, one bite at a time. Now let's travel back to the ocean, but not to fish, to something even more fundamental, algae and seaweed. Here's a truth that changes everything. Fish are not the original source of omega-3s. They get their omega-3s by eating algae and other creatures that feed on algae. The story starts far below them, in the smallest forms of life. Marine algae are like tiny factories of EPA and DHA, the very same omega-3s people chase in fish oil. When fish eat algae, that goodness climbs the food chain. But what if you could go straight to the source? No scales, no bones, no overfishing, just pure, concentrated omega-3s grown from the sea's original plants. Scientific studies have shown that algae oil supplements can raise DHA levels in the blood just as effectively as fish oil, even in vegetarians who don't eat any fish at all. That means the specific brain and heart-loving omega-3s people associate with salmon can come from a plant-based origin too. The ocean's original omega-3 doesn't have to arrive on your plate with fins attached. Then there's seaweed, nori, wakame, dulce, and more. Certain red and brown seaweeds carry significant amounts of EPA, the fish fatty acid, along with other healthy fats. When you wrap sushi in nori, sprinkle seaweed flakes onto rice, or enjoy a warm bowl of miso soup with seaweed, you're touching the same nutrient pathways fish rely on. Imagine a table with simple plant dishes, a bowl of seaweed salad glistening with sesame oil, a pot of rice sprinkled with seaweed flakes, a tray of roasted vegetables beside a small dish of algae oil dressing. No fish on the table, yet the same deep omega-3 current is flowing through the meal. Now we come to a familiar face in a new role. Soybeans and their younger form, edamame. You might know them as a side dish in Japanese restaurants, those bright green pods you squeeze between your teeth. But behind that simple snack is a powerful combination: fiber, complete plant protein, and a meaningful dose of omega-3. No, soybeans don't reach the same omega-3 density as chia or flax, but that's not their strength. Their strength is how easy they are to eat, how versatile they are to cook with, and how naturally they slide into regular meals. A cup of edamame offers ALA along with protein that keeps you full, supports muscles, and fits perfectly into heart-healthy, brain-supportive eating patterns. Picture yourself at home, boiling a small pot of edamame, a pinch of salt, a few minutes of steam, and suddenly you have a snack that feels playful and satisfying. One pod at a time, you pop them out, almost without thinking. But your body is thinking. It's taking in omega-3s, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and high-quality plant protein with every small squeeze. Soy lurks in many forms: soy milk, tofu, tempeh, roasted soy nuts. Each one offers its own balance of protein and healthy fats. When you swap some saturated and trans fats from fried foods and heavy pastries for soy-based dishes, you're not just changing dinner, you're changing the chemistry of your cells, shifting toward a pattern that supports brain and heart over the long haul. And here's a beautiful thing about omega-3s from plants. They add up. You don't have to chase huge numbers in a single meal. A little from chia here, a little from walnuts there, some from edamame, a touch from seaweed, plus ALAs from leafy greens, canola, other seeds. Like quiet deposits into a savings account, they accumulate over days and weeks. Now step back and imagine your kitchen as your laboratory. On one shelf, chia seeds, ready to thicken your smoothies and puddings. In a jar, walnuts waiting to crown your breakfast or enrich your salad. In your pantry, sheets of nori, bags of dried seaweed, maybe a bottle of algae oil for dressings. In your freezer or fridge, bags of edamame ready for a quick boil. You don't have to become a chef to use them. Stir a spoonful of chia into yogurt tonight. Toss a handful of walnuts into your morning oats tomorrow. Add a strip of seaweed to your soup. Serve edamame instead of chips at your next movie night. These are not dramatic lifestyle changes. They're small edits, each one shifting your nutrient balance in your favor. And if you still enjoy fish, that's okay. This isn't plants versus fish. It's about widening the path, giving your body more options, more sources, more consistency. There will be weeks when you don't buy salmon, days when fish isn't available or affordable. Your health shouldn't have to pause on those days. With these 4 foods, it doesn't. Your cells don't care if the omega-3 came from a wave in the ocean or a seed in a field. They care that it's there, that the building blocks for calm inflammation, healthy vessels, and sharp thinking are present reliably over time. And remember, omega-3 isn't just good for heart patients or for older people. It's for students trying to focus, parents juggling stress, workers dealing with long hours, elders protecting their memory, anyone with a brain, a heart, joints, or cells that age, which is all of us. Every day, your body is quietly asking for these fats. Every day, you can answer. So ask yourself gently, where can I start? Is it a bag of chia seeds added to your next grocery list? A small jar of walnuts kept on your desk instead of candy? A pack of seaweed snacks in your kitchen? A bag of frozen edamame in your freezer, ready in minutes whenever you're hungry? You don't need to fix everything at once. Just pick one of these 4 powerhouses and invite it into your life. Let it become familiar. Let it become easy. Then, when you're ready, add another. Over time, your pantry transforms, your habits shift, and without drama, your cells begin to live in a richer, calmer, more supported environment. One day, maybe months from now, you'll sit in a doctor's office or simply look in the mirror and feel a little different, more steady, less inflamed, more clear. You might not even remember when it changed, but your body will know. It will remember the mornings you chose chia, the nights you chose walnuts, the soups you swirled seaweed into, the days you snacked on edamame instead of something empty. These are quiet choices with loud consequences. 4 humble foods that beat many fish in omega-3 content, that respect the planet, that respect your body, that fit into your real life. They don't demand perfection. They only ask for a place at your table. So tonight, as you think about your next meal, don't just see food. See raw material for a calmer heart, a clearer mind, a quieter inflammation, a stronger future. Chia, walnuts, algae and seaweed, soybeans and edamame. 4 simple names, carrying a lifetime of benefits if you let them. And if this opened your eyes, even a little, to the power of what's already in your kitchen, stay close. Nourish your mind, nourish your plate, and walk this health journey with us. Your next discovery is just a bite away, right here with Vital Dynasty.